Welcome back to Further Solutions Academy. Further Solutions Academy. Encourage us more to share to your friend anywhere you see our video. Just share the link and also subscribe. If you have not subscribed before, kindly press your subscribe button for direct updates. At this point, we have over 400 videos on our channel. It means you can come here and learn any topic of your choice. Any topic so far of your choice: mathematics, physics, and chemistry. Just in case you want to reach us, just comment below, or you can make use of this number. You can make use of this line: 3480344959990. Oh, I really appreciate people at this point. Further Solutions Academy channel is doing well. Goodness, thank you so much. With this line, you can call us and you can WhatsApp us also, and also Telegram is allowed. Just in case, Telegram is allowed. Either of the three you can use to reach us. I really appreciate your comments, the rate of viewing it. I really appreciate more to you guys. I so much appreciate. Now, on this video, I'll be working on operation on matrix. Operation on matrix. Now, it means I will be talking about addition of matrix, subtraction of matrix, and multiplication of matrix by a number, which is, I will be talking about 5m. That is what I'm trying to say. That is, now, it's different from multiplication of matrix by matrix. There are two things that we need to, that should be our next video. This is video 2 on matrix. I've told you earlier that we have done this before, but our production is somehow, there are some parts that are not so fine and not so good, and it need review, which I'm trying to review it. It means after this, I'll be deleting the former one just for you to have the best of our best video. Now, let's start with addition of matrix. Okay. Let's start from addition of matrix. Now, take note of this information very well. You can only add two matrices together if and only if the two are matrices. It means matrix A plus matrix 2. Please, it's possible. It is possible. But it will be a big problem when I have matrix plus a number. If you are not very smart. Now, at this point, I cannot add a matrix with what? With this. What I'm trying to say, like, I'm having 2, 3, 4, 1 plus 7. There's no way I can add this system together. It's not possible. Unless I use my brain, I notice. Please, that is why you need to view the first video of this course, which is the introduction, which is definition part of matrix. You have to understand that when you are to add, you must add matrix plus matrix. But if it is matrix plus a number, which is called scalar, is not possible. That is when you have to understand what is called identity. Now, at this point, 2, 3, 4, 1 plus 7 is 0, 0, 7. Which I've explained that in my previous video. Make sure you view that video very well. At this point, I can perform my operation. But here, I cannot perform it. Please take note of that. I'm just telling you the problems that you can encounter. Because some WAEC, I've seen that in some of, I do mark my WAEC questions, and I notice that so much, and many students get this wrong. Simple things, very simple, but some students miss it, which is very, 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 very bad. I think that problem should come from your math teacher. Yes, it should come from a math teacher, because as a teacher, you must understand, you have to explain to your students that when you are to add matrices together, both must be in matrix form, not matrix and scalar. Okay, now look at this operation. Now, we all know what is called addition, addition operation, which is what we talk about plus operation, plus and increase, which is, if I have, for instance, if matrix A equals to 6, 4, 12, 6, and matrix B equals to 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now look, this is a very good matrix. now is a square by before you add any matrix together, you must check the order of such matrices. Very, very important. Their order must be the same. Look at this A and B. They are both of them are 2 by 2 matrix, 2 by 2 matrix. Now, at this point, you can perform your operation. You cannot add, take note of this information, you cannot add when this one is 2 by 2 and this one is 3 by 2. It's not possible. Please, I've given you some case. Let me give you the case. One is what? Matrix plus scalar is not possible unless you run to what? LHC. Number 2, you cannot add up when they are not of the same order. You cannot add up when they are not of the same order. Take note of this. Now, for instance, now I'm asked to find A plus B. Okay. Take note of that. A plus B is the same thing as B plus A in terms of matrix. There are some cases when you talk about multiplication of matrix by matrix, you cannot change anyhow. Take note of that. Okay, now if I'm to do this, solution to this, now it means I'll be having A plus B will be equals to A plus 2, which is 4 plus 3, 12 plus 4, and 6 plus 5. That is, which it will result back to what? 8, 7, 16, and 10, 10, that will be 11. That is the addition of matrix. Now, by so grace, it means I will add up their stand together. I will add up their stand together. Now, also, let me use this opportunity to explain subtraction. If it is subtraction, the only thing you need to do is that, for instance, okay, this can be a 1. Let me just make it a 2, A minus. Take note of this information. Is not the same thing as what? B minus A. The story have changed. B minus A is not the same thing as A minus B. Now, okay, let me quickly add 1 to it. Let me do just to make it more understandable. B minus A. Now, look at this. This is the first one. The second one, it means A minus B. Can you see? I'll be having 6 minus 2. I'll be having 4 minus 3. I'll be having 12 minus 4. I'll be having 6 minus 1. Now, can you see which it will implies? I have 4, I have 1, I have 4, that will be 8, and I have 5. That is for that. Now, but in this case, I have B minus A. Can you see? It means B minus A. It will be 2 minus 6. It will be 3 minus 4. It will be 4 minus, and it will be 5 minus 6. Can you see the difference between them now? Which I'll be having, it will be minus 4, it will be minus 1, it will be minus 8, and it will be minus 1. It will be minus, why did I say 1? Sorry. Okay, it will be minus 1. Okay, minus 1. Okay, it means I make mistake here. 6 minus 5 is 6 minus 5, which it will be 1. Can you see? That is the different things you need to understand that. Take note of that. Now, let me go to 3 by 3 matrix. I think I will be stopping 3 by 3. In any operation, 3 by 3 matrix. I'll be working towards 3 by 3 matrix for better understanding. It means I've explained addition and the subtraction at this point of this video. Now, if I'm talking about 3 by 3 matrix, it means, for instance, if C equals to 3, 2, 4, minus 1 is 0, 2, minus 3, 1, 6, and D is equals to minus 1, 2, 3 is 0, 1, 1, 0, 2, 1. Look at this operation. Now I'm asked to find C plus D. That is number 1. 2, I'm asked to find D minus C minus D. Now look at this operation. The first one, let me first go for C plus D, which the same way you add up each stand together and you move out of this. Now it means 3 plus bracket of minus 1. I'll be having 2 plus 2. I'll be having 4 plus 3. I'll be having minus 1 plus 0. I'll be having 0 plus 1. I'll be having 2 plus 1. I'll be having minus 3 plus 0. I'll be having 1 plus 2. I'll be having 6 plus 1. Now, by so doing this, I've successfully generated what I need to generate, which I'll be having. It implies 2, 4, 7, minus 1, 1, 3, minus 3, 3, 7. Can you see? That is mine. That is all. That is all what I need to do. Now, the other case, which I'm asked to find C minus D. C minus D. Now, C minus D, it means C minus D. Please, if you miss it up, you change it to D minus C. It's not the same thing as C minus D. That is operation plus minus. Does not commutate. That is an English, which is binary operation. We have done it before. You can also check that if at all. Now, if I'm to do this, it means C minus D. It means it will be 3 minus 1. It will be 2 minus 2. It will be 4 minus 3. It will be minus 1 minus 0. It will be 0 minus 1. It will be 2 minus 1. And minus 3 minus 0, 1 minus 2, and 6 minus 1. Can you see? That is what we are talking about. By so doing, minus times minus is going to be plus, which is going to be 4, implies 4, and this is going to be 0, this is going to be 1, this one going to be minus 1, this one going to be minus 1, this one going to be 1, and this one will be minus 3, and this one will be minus 1, and this one will be 5. Can you see? That is all. That is all you need to understand on that. Okay, with this, you can see the way we add and subtract both 3 by 3 square matrix together. Yeah, both square matrix. Please take note that before you perform operation, I repeat, the order must be the same. Take note of that. And you can add a matrix with a what? With a scalar, which is a number. Okay, now let me show some operation, like some problems from WAEC, which questions from WAEC that you can meet anywhere, which if you are not very careful and take note of this, you may not be able to understand very well. Or, there are two things in mathematics. There you solve, you understand it, or you cannot solve it. That is that. Okay, now look at this. Okay, before I give our problem, let's talk about the last part of it, which is multiplication with a scalar. You are multiplying a matrix with a what? With a scalar. For instance, if A equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, find 1, 5A, 2, minus A, 3, 3 will be minus 2A. Now, look at this. This can be a problem. Somebody can ask you in any given exam. It can be, Cambridge, it can be WAEC, it can be JAM, it can be positemi, it can be anyhow, anywhere you meet it. Now, let's see how to tackle this type of problem. We call it, this is the scalar I'm referring to. Okay, solution, let me not explain, rush you. Now, I have 5a. Now, look at this. This is called matrix. This is called matrix, and this is called number. Mathematically, we call it scalar. We call it scalar value. Can you see? That is what I mean by scalar with matrix. Now, when you have this case, when you have something like this, and for instance, if I have minus a, the same thing as minus 1a, take note of this very well. Minus 1a, that is, even though I have a, the same thing as what? 1a. Take note of those things very well. Okay, because 1 is an identity in any given mathematics. You should know that when 1 is multiplying a given number, that number remains the same. Take note of that. Okay. I think I've explained scalar and vector with what I've said now. Let me now operate on it. Now, I have 5a. It means I'm talking about 5 bracket of 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, interpretation means 5 multiplied by 1, 5 multiplied by 2, 5 multiplied by 3, 5 multiplied by 4. Now, which it will be 5, 10, 15, 20. Can you see? That is my answer. That is my answer. That is all. That is all. Now, if somebody is now giving me, that is number 1. Number 2, somebody is now giving me minus a, there is nothing to bother about. It means minus 1 is not I. Please take note of that. Minus 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Which is the same as what? Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. That is all. Now, if somebody is now giving me number 3, I have something like this, minus 2a. It means minus bracket of my 3, 4, which it will be equals to minus 2 multiplied by 1, minus 2 multiplied by 2, minus 2 multiplied by 3, minus 2 multiplied by 4, which it will be minus 2, minus 4, minus 6, minus 8. Can you see? That is all you need to understand. Now, I think with this, I've explained a scalar with a matrix. A scalar with a what? Matrix. Okay, now, there is one question I saw somewhere, which was very, very nice question, and let everybody see it and see how it looks like. For somebody can hard seal somewhere, maybe with the help of this video, you'll be able to tackle it. As far as I'm concerned, my students are doing great. They are doing well. Their result is giving me, I think I'm so encouraged with their results. Many of them normally post their results to me. Now, okay, I've told you that you can reach me if you need my online class. Our online class, you can reach us and you can do better there. Now, for instance, if k equals to 2, 1, 3, 4, find evaluate 2k plus 3. Evaluate 2k plus 3. This is a very nice question that somebody can ask you in exam, like WAEC example, for example. Now, solution to this problem. I have 2k plus 3. There will be a big problem if you are not very smart. The problem is this 3. There's no way, like scalar matrix, and this is scalar. Now, to make it very right, you must do it this way. 2k plus what? 3i. Because I is known as identity. And we all know what is called identity. Identity 1, Okay. Now, the identity here will be determined with the what? With the order of this matrix. The identity here will be determined with the what? With the order of the given matrix, which I'll be having. The solution will now be equals to 2 bracket of what? 2, 1, 3, 4, plus 3 bracket of 1, 0, 0, 1. Can you see? By so doing this, no problem. Now, I've told you that when we are talking about identity, which in my previous video, that the principal diagonal must be all 0. Principal diagonal must be what? All 0, which I have no problem, which I'll be having 2 multiplied by 2, 2 multiplied by 1, 2 multiplied by 3, 2 multiplied by 4, which I will be talking about, plus 3 multiplied by 1, 3 multiplied by 0, 3 multiplied by 0, 3 multiplied by 1, which it will be equals to 4, 2, 6, 8, plus 3, 0, 0, 3. Can you see? Now at this point, I can now add up by having, which implies 4 plus 3, 2 plus 0, 6 plus 0, and 8 plus 3. My answer, my final answer will be 7, 2, 6, and 11. That is all. That is all. That is all we need to know. I think with this, I've explained everything you need on operation, how to operate. You can, by now, you should be able to operate on matrix, addition, subtraction, with multiplication with scalar. In my next video, I'll be working on multiplication of matrix. It means that multiplication of matrix, which will be you are multiplying a matrix with another matrix, a matrix with another matrix. Don't forget you are home with further solutions academy. Encourage us more to share to your friends and subscribe if you have not. Thank you so much.